Now this is the Estelin sunscreen. Okay, there are a lot of controversies concerning this sunscreen, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to give my honest review on this sunscreen. I was using the other Estelin product, I'll put a picture somewhere, and I bumped onto this sunscreen. Trust me, since I started using this sunscreen, I've not gone back. Like I've not had any reason to complain. A lot of people say that it's not a sunscreen, probably the amount of sun protector in it is not enough to protect you, okay? But it's up to you to know if you want to get this or not. Now this is an Estelin. They said it's a sunscreen all-in-one multi-defense tinted sunscreen. You already say it is tinted. What it means is that it is, if you apply it, you should feel like you have foundation on. Okay, so we could see the difference between the one that I applied it in and the one that I did not apply anything in. So far so good. It feels like you have foundation in it, but what I noticed is that you should have a particular skin shade for that to come out. Your skin shade should be like mine or a little bit less lighter, a little bit lighter than mine because of the tint. I don't know if there's another one that is darker, but I just know about this. Okay, I'll still find out if there's another one that is darker. If there's another one that is darker, I'll come and let you guys know. But for now, this is it. Now this product does not sting the eyes. It's good. You already see that it feels like you have a foundation on. It is lightweight, it's silky. The only downside I feel I have about this is that if you apply it properly the way you should, blending it in might be a little bit take time. I take a little bit of time, so you have to be patient when it comes to blending into your skin. But aside that, this is a good sunscreen. Okay, so if you're on a budget now, if you have the means to get a better sunscreen, please go ahead and do so. But if you do not have the means, what I mean by means is if you don't have the money, like you don't have money, you're the poorest of the poor. Nobody's the poorest of the poor, but if you don't have money, you can go for this. And you want to use a sunscreen, you want to protect your skin, go for this. But make sure you have it in your handbag, and thank God it's in the size where you can have it in your handbag, so you can reapply all the time, like every 2 hours, at least every 2 hours. Okay, I made a video the last time about sunscreens, and I say that sunscreen is something you should buy like with the money that you're comfortable with. You should buy it when the one you can afford. Just buy a sunscreen you can afford, because sunscreen is something you'll be buying over and over again. For instance, now if you're using this Estelin sunscreen, you're going to be using this like 4 times a day in that quantity, like that 2 finger I showed. You'll be using that 4 times every day. This will finish in like 2 weeks, and you have to buy another one. So in a month you're using like 2 or 3 containers of sunscreen. Tell me why you will not buy the one that is affordable, the one you can buy over and over again, when you know that you'll be using it kwambe. Like, you know. So be sure to buy a sunscreen that you can afford over and over again, and this is a good buy if you're on a budget. Now if you're not on a budget, there are other sunscreens that you can use that can work for you, but this is a good buy. I think this works for every skin type because it blends into the skin, it doesn't sting the eye, it doesn't clog the pores, it has this really lightweight feel. This is a good buy. The only downside, like I said, about this is that the tint is not for someone that has a darker shade. That's the only downside I noticed about this. It doesn't have an aroma, so it's good for those with sensitive skin. I know someone that used this when they were using retinol and it was so good for them. So why not? Why won't you use this? Why not? So if you feel the need to get a sunscreen and you're on a budget, please go ahead and buy the Estelin all-in-one multi-defense tinted sunscreen, especially if you're like me that don't know how to do makeup. Well, they have us in mind when they decided to make this one. You're welcome.